Hey everyone, welcome to Pomsetay Podcast Sussex with two pretty D's. We're back, and this episode is all about our homegirl Meghan.
Yes, and we thought that there was so much content, so many things to cover that we can do it in a short. So we decided that this is going to be a 12, because we gave Harry a short.
Yes,
Megan's going to have a
a
long,
little
and
tall.
we'll have to come back and regroup and.
Yes, because there's just so much wonderful things about Meghan. Oh, where do we even start?
Yes,
But I think today we're really going to kick it off with the cookbook.
yes. We'll talk about some of the things that happened she before marriage and then after marriage, and because Megan, being the first fiance, did a lot of things that were other fiancés didn't do. And
And let's just talk about
the
how
cookbook.
the
Mm,
cookbook for sure.
right.
And I'm just going to say that Will Not stole her book.
Yes, because we went on the foundation site and it's still listed
It's there.
their foundation.
Instead of it should be with Archwell, but hey, whatever. It's
Yeah,
because it was underneath the supposed four that they were trying to create this fab
yeah.
four of.
There's something weird about that foundation.
Something a little shady, but I will say I commend Megan for all the work that she did with the women of Grenfell Towers and the hub community. I
Mhm.
mean, even so much so that one of the reporters that went to visit as a follow-up after a year after the event had said that the fact that Megan came into the community and supported us was the best thing that's ever happened to them, and to have that recognition. So, you know, I went to Grenfell, and Meghan Markle touched those people's lives in a way nobody had,
Right.
which is amazing.
Right. And there was so many other opportunities for the current royal family,
The
any
other
one of
brother.
them, senior or not,
Mm-hmm.
to go out there and reach out to that community that had suffered such a great loss. And absolutely no one went out and said, okay, how are the women doing? How are people doing? So, but Megan did. And that's what she's like. It doesn't matter what community she's in.
Right.
She finds the people that need, and she goes out and she helps. So,
Well, and I wonder too, is this where it begins with the a little bit of the jealousy, at least from the other brother, right? But then the first, like you mentioned,
right.
wasn't she the first to go to Sandringham
Yes.
as a fiance and not as a married woman?
Right. And she was the first to attend church with them.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
That's right. They did the walk along the by the church in Sandringham.
Right. And I'm sure that drove cannot
Oh,
really
Karen's
mad.
parents. I think it
And
drove Karen's
parents.
parents mad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really crazy, because she was not allowed to do that ever. She was
ever.
excluded. And they were like, no, not until you are married. Even if you're a fiance, no, no.
10 years of, oh, maybe next year. Oh, no, 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 don't think so.
Like,
And I think it's because we couldn't stand,
oh yeah.
or maybe she couldn't stand her family. But either way,
Mhm.
Megan got the privilege and
Right.
awesome.
And at the same time, you had these stories running,
Mhm.
racist stories that would trigger the unhealthy people who are, imbalanced and not getting the care for it, would trigger them to dislike Megan
For no goddamn
for no
reason.
reason. Exactly. And Harry took her on walkabouts to introduce her to his country, because she was not from England, introduce her to the culture. And the people were going
They
crazy.
loved her.
It was so much content for the Sussex squad.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that was the formation. That
Mhm.
first day, that first walkabout, it game over.
Right, exactly. And where they choose to do their first walkabout.
That
It was in a
community
black community,
yes, a radio
mixed
station.
community.
Yeah,
Exactly,
yes.
exactly. Someplace that will not and cannot never goes,
Do
because
they know it exists?
I don't know.
Oh,
Yes. So we, this is where some of the love and the support came for
you know what?
this
They
couple.
can't go there
Why?
because they don't have any place to land their helicopter.
Okay, probably. There you go. So So then we go in. So remember, at this time, there's the plan to stop the wedding.
Right,
So
because
they
they had their
stopped the wedding
engagement.
plan.
They
Right.
came out and it was just the cutest interview,
Hmm.
and it was just, we're
Right.
all still in love with Meghan,
Right.
and happy for Harry.
Exactly. But Harry still had to deal with, and I'm going to say it right now, the royal family equals the media. So Harry, had to deal with the media, all these leaks coming out from different places. And he had to say, you said he wrote a couple of letters, didn't he?
He wrote a letter when they were just dating,
Hmm.
saying, stay off away from my girlfriend, stop writing racist tones and racist articles, to nonstop articles.
Right.
Then when they got engaged, had to send out another letter
Hmm.
saying, really, y'all? Is
Right.
that yes? And then after they got married,
Hmm.
3 letters. And Harry gave them the room, but if they go after her now, I know some lawsuits coming out
Hmm.
real quick, because you notice certain things got shut down right away.
Oh, yes.
We will get to that later.
Exactly. And all the while you have the royal family
Beginning this plan. This was the plan.
the second plan. Yeah.
Well, no, this is the first plan.
Well, after they got married, they went
No, no, no. The first plan was planned to stop the wedding.
right.
And Miss Cannot
Hmm.
and her crazy, oh,
Yes, yes.
she's crying. And
Yeah, she made Meghan cry. I mean, here's this woman that was so stressed. And remember when we told you in the plan to stop the wedding, there were so many things that will be that Meghan and Harry were being bombarded with, about what would
that
happen.
dysfunction junction,
That's dysfunction junction.
captured it all with that.
Exactly. And look back at that chart, and you have her having to deal with all of this, her father not coming, the convoluted mess going back and forward. And this woman had the nerve to make Meghan cry. And I can't imagine what she did to make Meghan cry.
Well, I'm sorry. She was being selfish when another
Hmm.
woman is
Hmm.
planning her wedding. This is her moment of her dreams.
Hmm.
And you're coming out with some foolishness about tights for
Yes.
kids, which
Yes.
it's going to be hot as hell. But no little kid is going to want to wear some tights.
Right. And there are a couple of stresses,
Hmm.
a change that puts you under high pressure. One,
Hmm.
change of life is you're getting married,
Right.
going to a new country,
Yes.
changing your religion, becoming an
So
Anglican,
she had all three.
trying to come. This was more
Yeah.
trying to be applying for new citizenship. So that's a new changing of your country.
Right.
And then if you're going into a new home,
Hmm.
that's another change. So Megan was going through all of these different things, and plus changing career.
Yes.
When you're going on to a new job, it's stressful.
Exactly.
You
And she wants to do well, and we know she's
Mhm.
good at what she does, and
Right.
she will do the homework.
Right. So all these stresses against her,
Hmm.
and this little idiot has to come up with some fights. So I'm gonna send her some. I really, I'm just gonna
Okay.
get some tights, bite, and send it to her. Just calm that down.
Well, which
So
one to send it to? But anyway,
okay.
but
Yeah.
but then that brings along then to that point. Then, if they were slowly starting this plan and this foolishness,
Hmm.
oh, we don't have enough money for Megan.
Yes. Well, this was after she got married. After she got married, there was another plan after she got married to break them up. So I think
Because they didn't think they were gonna pull it off.
exactly
Harry and Meghan
right.
outsmarted them on that
Right,
one.
and you're right. So all of a sudden, the royal family became poor. So I want all the subjects. I want you to gather all your pennies, whatever you have in the piggy bank. I want you to send it to break those piggy banks, send it to the royal family. They are strapped for money. They can, yeah, they could not afford to a clothing budget for Meghan.
Right.
They couldn't. I mean, they wanted her to go back to acting, even after the Queen gave her certain patronages that she needed to work on.
Hmm.
And it's probably maybe this happened before she got the patronages when they were talking to her about going back to work. And
Well, the fact that it was even mentioned in either time,
mhm,
I think it was brought up consistently. Like, oh,
right,
no, she can't get a budget. Mm-mm.
yeah, and
Like,
and
she's married. She's
and we
she's
know
yeah.
we know that Prince Charles has a budget. He takes care of his two sons.
Right.
And out of that budget, everything was split evenly between William, not and Harry.
He didn't want to pass the duchy.
Right. And then after that, when Cannot joined, that was split three ways.
Right. So
And then
Harry's
when
thinking when Meghan comes along,
it would be split four ways. Well, those two did not want to split it.
they did not want to pass the duchy.
Yeah, and pass the duchy. Is
No,
it
that's
that?
not.
So anyway, I want an investigation into that because I don't see where money was spent on the clothes. $4 million. I don't see
Oh, you mean on McButtons?
on buttons.
That was a lot of buttons.
That's what somebody in the back was selling
You
those
said it was gold.
things.
No, I think you said it was gold-plated buttons. That's why I called it.
Gold plating buttons.
No, that's not what we thought.
Yeah, that's what we said when we was coming up with what to talk about. We like, yeah, these dress coats and buttons, it's like, yeah, you didn't get your money worth, England.
Mm-mm.
No.
No, but we digress.
Yes.
The
And
Queen, though, she saw the potential.
right.
She saw this as a potential to bring the monarchy back, get it back on the positive side
Right.
in the news.
Because she know there was quality. When she had told Will not to go out and get, hey, have this girl for 10 years, make a decision and move on.
Yes.
She did not mean for you to go marry. She meant for you to find somebody
Mhm.
of who could carry forward this kingdom.
Right.
And Harry did, but Will not didn't. Will not
He
realize.
understood the assignment.
Will not didn't.
No. And when he did,
Mhm.
he found Meghan because Mom, she came to this family already an accomplished woman. I mean, okay, first of all, she was a double graduate from Northwestern, double major in international studies and theater, interned at the U.S. Embassy in Buenos Aires, worked in as a freelance calligrapher, and did weddings and all kinds of stuff.
Mhm.
Designed 2 collections for a Canadian retailer, Reitmans,
Mhm.
and she modeled for it.
Wow.
She was an actress in 23 television shows, 8 movies. I was
Right.
going to say 6, but there's 8 movies out there, and one of the Christmas ones that I really like. And then United Nations Woman Advocate, and she spoke at the 2015 conference.
Mhm.
I mean, ambassador for Canada's water campaign. She went to Rwanda to make sure that the campaign got implemented
Mhm.
and provided water for the community there. She was a lifestyle blogger. I mean, the TIG
Mhm.
was international. Matter of fact, a lot of her fans, we all came because of the TIG. We
Mhm.
used to follow Meghan religiously because of her self-empowerment, fashion, social media, and social consciousness, and then her travel bits.
Right.
Well, and her love for food.
Right.
Gosh, the girl
Right.
loves food.
And I think that's why all. Oh, she did. Okay.
She's also a humanitarian in India when she went to Myrna Mahalia, the foundation, and she focused on gender equality. She supported our troops in the USO and went out. This was her, it could have been her holiday, Christmas holiday,
Mhm.
but instead she decided to go and support the troops.
Mhm.
So in Afghanistan. And then she was presenter and promoter, and then Time Magazine contributor on the article about the stigmatization of menstruation, which impacts girls
Mhm.
and impacts girls with their education in school, and we want them to empower them, right? So all of these things together,
Mhm.
all of those things,
Okay.
that's what she brought to the table.
Exactly.
And the Queen saw all of that because they run background checks like
Right.
that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So the Queen was like, "Oh, this is a gold mine right here. Cha-ching."
Check.
Yes.
Yes. And that's why the Queen took her on a solo trip on the royal train.
Exactly.
And that's why she was invited to all those things before marriage, as a fiance.
Now,
And
who else rode the train with
nobody, nobody. And that jealousy, how
started festering?
festering,
Mhm.
yeah, in the two cannot and will not. So much so that during the COVID, they took a train, spent all this money, the fuel, the COVID tour, and tried to have British young students draw pictures of a train to justify going on this Christmas train.
Nope.
To go on this Christmas train and people
And
in
defy the border requirements and all kinds of
requirements
stuff.
cross country
Yes.
spread COVID in Scotland and Ireland.
All over.
So they were responsible for
Yes, for any outbreaks that occurred.
at that time, those people off because evidently the rules didn't apply to them.
Exactly.
And sometimes they did not have masks, and sometimes they did. And people were under the assumptions that they were vaccinated. They were not.
He joked about it before.
Exactly.
But
So
let's not focus on those foolishness.
yeah, I do understand why they wanted to do this, but
The festering is beginning.
yeah,
And you know why I think it also began?
uh-huh.
So I didn't realize when she got married to Harry,
Mhm.
she actually got her own coat of arms.
Yes, because of the
Being bestowed on her own coat of arms because of the foolishness with her father.
exactly the sperm donor.
Oh, yes.
So Meghan not only has the coat of arms
Mhm.
of her own, and she has a coat of arms with Harry.
Yes,
Wow.
I know.
And she is the only Duchess because of their shenanigans, because of that plan B, or the second plan, saying that she didn't want to, show her baby, whatever. They were othering her. She's the only Duchess to have a reveal at Windsor Castle.
Well, that's because their plan to say, oh, she didn't want to have a picture with y'all
Hmm.
and try to put that out in the media to make the media start to hate her
Right,
was because she didn't want to come out after having Archie.
right.
That's why she had that picture.
That's why she had that picture in Windsor. And
And quite frankly, I'm glad she did. She didn't have to be out in the elements. She
mhm,
got to be in a beautiful aisle and hallway.
right,
Got to control who got to take the picture and what angle.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, in that beautiful setting. And we got that picture with the monarch,
Yes.
her spouse, while he was
Yes.
alive, Harry and Dora. I mean, who has that picture?
Nobody.
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 Right.
So she got it.
That was awesome.
And
That's
the queen, and they're all smiling.
yeah, and that is a
But wait, what were you gonna say about that?
oh, there was one squad. Wish I had her name, but I love her to death. I love her because she got a paint strip of the different shades
That
of
being
beige.
that being with the color paint strip.
I
Yes.
don't know if it was sort of mean, but it was it's a different paint strip, and it looks like the queen when she was put in the hand. They put the paint strip in her hand, like she's looking up at the baby Archie to say, "Hey, this is too."
On the scaleness of dark to light.
Yeah, on that spectrum, you know how black people do, yeah.
Yes.
Black, or really, really. So you have to have that picture.
Yes.
So so let's go into and that whole hospital picture stuff was driven by the fact that the royal family did not want to be surprised.
No, the royal family is racist, and somebody questioned the color of Archie's
Of the
skin.
baby, they were covering all their bases. They
Is
were
that
like,
so, or is that being racist?
oh, it's being racist,
Okay.
but imagine this,
Mhm.
right? Harry and Meghan coming out,
Mhm.
right? You know what we do, right?
Yes.
My Haitian friend,
Yes.
her mom and dad are both on the darker side of this color spectrum.
Okay.
And she had 7 children.
Oh.
Yeah. And from the one that's even darker than her and her husband to one that's, I mean, I swear the boy is white. And
You're like, I'm sure they're right, but he looks like them. So
yeah,
no.
he
Yeah.
looks like his dad.
Yeah.
And, I would go, we were best friends in college, and I'd go over to their house, and she'd come over to my house. And whenever I go over to her house, I mean, her brothers are the funniest things. And her brothers were, I was like, you sure that's your brother? You sure it's not the man?
But you know,
We would crack up.
But you know, we as women of color, specifically Black women, we carry all of the genetic trauma.
Yes, anybody in the African diaspora, whether you're Spanish, I'm from the diaspora, whether you're French, whether you're American,
Yes.
Argentina, South America,
The
you
full
have that
color.
gene.
You got the full color combination
I
packet.
know you do that stuff, and you know that would come out. So they're afraid. They
Yes.
were afraid Harry and Meghan would walk out before they got to see and
Mhm.
approve the picture, and they would show a picture of
So
Archie.
it's literally going.
Yeah, yeah. I know, and she would be able to.
What if Archie was a level 4?
Curly brown hair, right? With blue eyes,
Yeah.
with that beautiful tan skin
God,
of
okay,
that
gorgeous.
beautiful baby.
He's a beautiful baby.
Megan and Harry would be ecstatic.
Mhm.
See, they had a child,
They're
but
happy they had a healthy baby
baby,
boy. Mhm.
right? But the royal family did not want to be surprised,
No.
so they put this crap. Oh, they're different. They're modern. They're new wave. Whatever.
It was all BS. They didn't even ask him.
Right. So Megan is under distress.
And they're continuing to hammer on in the newspapers. how many articles per day, ridiculous amount.
Right.
And
And then
then
this,
get that metric and put it and add it to the chart.
right.
Yes.
And then we have the christening,
Mm-hmm.
where you see the other brother and his wife do really stupid, malicious things.
Yes.
You know, wearing the earrings that Princess Diana wore when Harry was christened. Yes, Harry is not your man.
Exactly.
Would you do that?
Exactly.
That jewelry is supposed to be split between Meghan and the other brother's wife.
Mm-hmm.
So you wearing that is vindictive.
Correct.
Yeah, in your skinny little body. No. And the other brother's standing by like, that's not my nephew. I have another nephew kind of look.
Right.
That kind of stuff. They think it's gonna go away, but when he's king, I'm bringing it all back up.
Oh no, I think a lot of people have receipts and it's
Yeah,
never going
it's
to.
never going away.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So so we had that, and just imagine all the things that Megan had to deal with during.
And this is inside.
This is inside.
The
Yes.
internal environment,
Mhm.
and then the external where they're pandering with the media.
Right.
But thankfully, she is so positive and stayed focused and true to her word. I think she put a lot into her work.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, a product of it was, one to really mention is SmartWorks.
Yes. Megan kept all her patronages and charities um, thriving.
Thrive. Yes.
Just like she was thriving, they were thriving. She was thriving under pressure, but they were thriving. And
But the fact that she took it like a bigger picture and helped them see that
right,
potential, right? Like because she helped them figure out how can we sustain and continue to support.
right. Have consistent clothing for women at all their different stores all the
Correct.
way across the country. And she came up with some pieces. Okay, we need a stable white shirt. We need
She
stable pieces.
decided to create a collection,
Capsule
a capsule
collection.
collection. And that meant she had to go find partners to create this collection
Right.
and then provide it for all those locations.
Right. So here's Megan. They're carrying on with their crap, and the others are not doing anything. And Megan is out there working with Rishinona. She's working with Marks and Spencer. She's working with John Lewis and Partners and Jigsaw. And I met Mr. Rishinona, who came up with the shirt. Marks and Spencer did the dress. John Lewis and Partners the tote, and Jigsaw did the black pants and the suit. Yeah.
I did want one of those toasts, but
Yeah.
it had to be the UK.
You went to buy,
stores.
right?
Yeah.
And we didn't have connection with the Sussex squad, and I hope we formed that.
Yeah. So going forward, we have a bigger connection and network. So
Yeah. So there's Sussex squad in England, and there's only issue something in England, we'll get it. But you know what? That's not going to happen anymore because
it's going to be reversed.
Okay.
You said this.
Exactly.
Yes.
And we'll send it for you.
Yes, no problem.
So,
No, but the fact that she did all of that, and then, like you said, working with business partners to get them to collaborate and provide for SmartWorks and for them to be now just so blessed and continue to thrive.
And one of the things the media did, it was like really stupid. There was a couple women on some show, and they came out and wore the dresses and says, "Oh, this doesn't fit right." Yeah, because of your hips. Okay. This doesn't do that. It's like, look at the bigger picture.
Yes.
This is for women. They're getting brand new clothes.
And they're going back to the workforce.
They're going back to the workforce. Nothing wrong with donated clothes, but when you get donated clothes, you get a variety.
Correct.
But here they have consistent totes, white shirts. Everybody could probably get one.
Right.
And dresses of different colors. I think they had 3 different colors.
Yes.
So to come out and do that critique, that was not classless. It was classless.
Yes.
And they should have been promoting the benefits that
I think it was they did their own selves a disservice because when Meghan came out and did the actual promo, she was wearing the shirt, she was wearing the pants, she was wearing was a leather belt included.
Yes.
Dang it, we didn't get the belt.
No, I think that was her belt and her shoes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she came out and she was promoting it by example. So again, action, people.
Action, right.
And then
she had Mayhew.
I know she raised awareness for and I feel like she did this on the side, like nobody really knew, but she was so dedicated, especially with regards to no, don't pet shop, go to shelters and find the pets that need homes,
Right. She
improve that awareness.
absolutely. She helped them with money and funding and the theater, the patronages. She
Oh,
went out.
yes, the Royal Theater.
Right.
Yes. I mean, well, and then they got that technology now where they're expanding how you actually can view and be a part of the theater experience without necessarily being there.
Right.
And actually, I think that was before their time because, damn it, COVID came and
Exactly.
they were able to still kind of sustain
Mhm.
through that period with that technology.
Right.
Hmm.
And then she did some other things with
The Luminary Bakery.
was that a patronage or just a charity that she supported?
I'm not sure, but I know she loves food and the cake was amazing.
Yes. And it supported women who were trying to rebuild their lives, after some difficult times. And, she, came out and lent her support. And everything she lent her support to, Meghan had support from the Sussex squad.
Yes.
The Sussex squad donated to so many organizations
Yeah.
that she championed, and also Harry's organization,
As well.
ones that they both,
Work
combined
together, yeah.
supported.
Hmm.
So, and that is she's the only royal family member who didn't lose patronage or charity because
Or
of
none of them went
exactly.
under or
None
went
of them
belly up.
went under.
Yeah, all of
Yeah,
them are
right.
actually all in the black, I think. So
Yes,
they're making it.
yes.
Yep.
And so we applaud her for that, her work ethic and all
And
of
to
these things that she was doing, it's was phenomenal.
I wonder if it was like when she was younger and the difficulties fitting in being biracial
Hmm.
and worrying about which community or which groups of who she would sit with at lunch. She
Hmm.
was like, you know what? I'm gonna take myself out of that equation. Let me go work on my little, clubs that I'm working for. Spanish club, this club, this club, this club. Boom. Yeah, let me work on that during lunch
Yeah.
because as a young person and trying to figure out where you are and who you are
Hmm.
and having that kind of drama.
Sure.
So, I mean, I think that's like an early testament. And I wonder if some of this drama going on right here, she decided, you know what? I'm gonna focus on work
Hmm.
because if I look at the other, I might say some words, but it's okay.
Yeah, you might keep it real. Yeah. Because I know sometimes you go out to work and you're getting ready to get on a phone call and it's like, these people are driving me crazy. And that would be the royal family driving her crazy because all those little plans they had for her.
Uh-huh.
I mean, she has to do her job. She could have gone out on a tour or to go out to a patronage. And you know how those I mean, they followed
Flash
her. They were
24/7.
following her
Yes.
24/7.
Right.
And they were yelling questions at her. She could have kept it real
Yeah.
and said something and just blow it all out. Next thing, it's like, if she did that, oh yeah, this is horrible. But she didn't. She kept her composure. She kept
Yes.
her style. She kept her pride and she smiled through it. Whereas you might have kept it real and
I might have had a moment, but it's okay.
and no longer no executive death. Next thing you know, Mom, you got to come help me at work, support me at work. What you doing? You selling knives? No, I'm at McDonald's.
No, by the way, there's nothing wrong for any person that works at McDonald's. There you go. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
That's what keeping it real means.
Yes.
Keep it real with all these crazy.
But so they're thinking all these plans are working, but then they kind of up it
Right.
and they try to
It's like a screw
yes.
where they tighten it. They were trying to, so many things they did, so many things they denied her. And, did you try to use Megan's children to vilify her?
Yes.
Through the media, to vilify her through the media.
Right. I mean, the whole title nonsense.
Yes, no titles for Archie, no titles for whoever you have. And
Okay, so Archie, Master Archie is not a.
that's another title.
Okay.
Okay. I could call myself masked if I wanted.
Okay.
It's not an official title, doesn't get you anything.
Correct.
It doesn't get you security.
It's not the Lord or the Duke or.
Exactly.
Got it.
And to change a law that was written back in the 1700s to disinherit Harry's children. Harry is the grandmother of the current grandson of the current monarch.
Yes.
He's going to be,
and he's also the son of
the future monarch.
Right.
And then he's going to be the brother of the next monarch. And to go ahead and do this?
Yes.
That is only one reason.
Jealousy.
No, she's black.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. And the children have
And
mixed blood. Yeah, the children have mixed blood, right? So that's why, they were saying, oh, no pictures we seen Archie's hand or his forehead or his foot. I'm so glad she stuck that to
Well,
him.
I'm glad she went to petty.
Exactly. Because it's like, no,
Petty is beautiful, you know.
it is. It's classy. It's not ugly.
No, not only was it in black and white, so you can't guess what color his skin.
Uh-huh.
Then it was also strategically placed. Harry's arm just happened to block Archie's face.
Exactly. Yeah. Because they're trying to see, does he have fat lips? Does he have a broad nose?
Right.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
Where they were going.
But it's
And
just
lucky
like,
he was bald that whole first, kind of couple months.
yeah.
So they don't know what was his hair pattern. What color was it? Does he have waves? But
But this, the thing is, it meant no security for her children. So why serve your children up to benefit this family that is going to the media and vilifying you?
every day.
They were complaining lack of
Every
pictures.
goddamn
Yeah,
day.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, none of them were going over to Frogmore Cottage, which I don't want. That's a whole other podcast. The whole thing is going to be a Frogmore Cottage.
Yes.
You know how I feel about it. Yes. Going over to Frogmore Cottage just to meet little Archie.
Oh, yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
I know. And none of them so far have seen Lilibet, but that's another thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, they use the children to vilify her, but you know what? During this time, the genius of Meghan, the quality, the caliber of woman that she is, Meghan, it was Father's Day, his first Father's Day.
Yes.
And Meghan went out, so what should I get? The man has everything. I'm going to get him a bench.
Mm-hmm.
And she engraved a poem on the back of it.
Because there was a moment and she was watching him holding Archie.
Mm-hmm.
And she was just so enamored with that moment. And that was what inspired.
Yes. Yeah. It was all about love. She
Yes.
watching the
And
man.
didn't she have a poem engraved into the bench itself?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I hope they have that bench. Anyway, well, because Meghan paid for it. I want anything she paid for to be in her possession.
If that's the case, then nobody should be up in Frogmore Cottage.
Yeah. You and I should volunteer to go to Frogmore Cottage since Meghan paid for
All the interior
decorations upgrades,
Mm-hmm.
and the Queen just paid for the structure, the 2 million to make it a one big home, and Meghan paid for and Harry paid for everything else. I think that, and I remember when Peter did that, he was exempt from rent.
Correct.
So this was no gift. So the gift was, yeah, you get to live here. That's your gift. But you
claim it's a gift.
Yeah, but you get to live there. You get to pay for your own interior decorations, but you got to pay me rent. And you know what? So I think that they made this big fuss, and
Mm-hmm.
it was a royal family putting it out to the media saying how much the Queen spent, over and over and over.
Yep.
And we have to say that you and I need to. We love construction. We like those house flip things.
Yeah, and the DIY.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need a truck. We need Harry and Meghan's permission to go collect their belongings and their earnings. We pull up. And we'll take off all those walls Meghan paid for.
I'm happy to the demo.
All the fixtures. We want all the granite. Anything they put in, if it was,
it was quartz.
Quartz. We want that quartz. Was it
Waterfall?
Waterfall.
Yes,
kitchen table.
Yes.
We want refrigerators. We want everything.
Yeah, those big industrial.
Yeah. Did she get her blender back?
Oh no, she got her right now.
I think that okay. Her. Yeah, I hope so. But I only saw one suitcase when they went to Canada for the so-called vacation. You remember she never returned back to Frogmore.
Well, I think she also might have said, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I can let that stuff go.
No, but she may, but I'm too petty to let it go.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, because
I think she secretly went back and arranged for things to get sent back to her.
Yeah, but I want to make sure, even that picture Harry gave her, I want to make sure they have everything. I want that bench. I want to make sure that
the bench that she gave to Harry,
right,
is in Montecito.
Yeah, who's Eugenie's husband again.
Oh God, you said it.
I said it. I'm sorry. Who is
His cousin's husband.
Yes, name? I hope he ain't sitting on the bench.
I was just thinking, idiot.
Yeah, I hope Keno.
It's
That's
Jack.
I said
It's Jack.
Jack
Mhm.
is Keno, whatever his name is.
Keanu?
No, the one that's married to the other sister. Is he sitting on the bench?
No, he's something crazy like no, not crazy, but it's an Italian name.
I hope he's not sitting on
Marietti or something? Or?
when he's sitting. No, his first name.
Oh,
But I hope he's not sitting on the bench.
it's on it.
Yeah, I don't know.
No. But while she was trapped in that foolishness,
Hmm.
thank goodness she was working.
She was working.
And what was the product?
The British Vogue.
Yes.
Meghan's picture's not even on a British Vogue.
And it sold the most copies ever.
Exactly. Exactly. I purchased 3 off the web because I didn't have a Sussex Squad contact
Mm-hmm.
to get it into my hands because it
We
wasn't
made
in the
sure.
US
Well,
for a
we
long
did that
time.
for a while, but we ordered it directly from the UK.
Yes.
Made sure we got our copy.
Yes.
Because plus we were going to do a comparison
Mhm.
and buy one in the UK and then one in the US to make sure we didn't get anything edited out of our version.
Yes, see if the American version was different. Yeah.
Yes, but yeah, no, we were good.
Yeah. And and this takes us into what we're going to talk about going to next is because this editor that she worked with, because Megan edited the entire episode. She didn't write an article
Oh no, it was
or
the entire
anything.
magazine.
Yeah, she didn't get a picture on the cover.
The adverts and where they're
Exactly.
especially located.
Exactly.
Listen,
Exactly.
yes,
This man, when the pressure came,
yeah, hateration.
he
Oh, he's worried about us losing his job.
he said there was no racism.
Bullshit.
No racism. So, all of that,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Okay, we'll talk.
But yes,
Yeah,
but we'll come back for the next.
yeah, because we kind of,
Thank you for listening,
hmm
and please like and subscribe.
hmm